Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just before we have our next speaker, just before we have our next speaker mount up the stage, told you earlier that Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation is having a project coming up called Tech 230 project, and of course, it is fully paid for. All right. If you're interested in any of the skills here, graphic design, product design, data analytics, cybersecurity, website development, if you're interested in any of these skills, Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation has paid for you to learn these skills. And the duration is from May 20th to what? August 31st. Again, the Tech 230 is an initiative of the Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation designed to empower 230 youths in Rivers State. If you're a Rivers youth and you're interested in this skill, and of course you're excited that a foundation called Chukwudi Dimpa is sponsoring this, please make some noise. Put your hands together. And ladies and gentlemen, at this point, permit me to bring up on stage the president of the Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation. You're not clapping. You're not clapping. You're not cheering up like people that are excited, that are interested in these skills. I wish. Let me even tell him not to come up yet. He will not come up yet because you're not even clapping. You're not clapping and you expect a president, somebody that has offered or decided to offer 230 youth in-demand tech skills in Rivers State. Put your hands together for the president of Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation, Mr. Addison. You're not clapping. Wow. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Looking so smart, so, so handsome, and so techy, and you're not, of course, you're not young, but he's above 50 and looking these, 30. Oh my, sir. Thank you so very much, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, techies. I want to borrow a leaf from the guy from NICTA also. By default, everybody is a techist, right? Because we all have our gadgets, Android phone, iPhones, whatever you call it. And then even if it's just making calls, you're a tech person. Because if you don't know how to use the phone, you won't be able to make a call, right? Okay, so I am the representative of Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation. I happen to be the president. We're just servants. Sometimes when we hear some Macron is president, not just big name with the key dog. We're here to serve the public. And I wrote up a small speech that I'm going to read out to us this evening, or this afternoon rather. Like the MC had clearly told us, the Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation is partnering with the Tech of Port Harcourt to give some form of training to 230 single individuals in Rivers State. It mustn't have to just be indigenous, but across the 23 local governments. As long as you live and reside in Rivers State, you're qualified to apply. Having said that, I'll just read up a small speech I wrote up to, spice up the occasion and then let us know what the foundation is all about. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, humanity. As that was said by Mahatma Gandhi. Dear techies, tech lovers, tech enthusiasts, ladies and gentlemen, and men of the press. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to welcome you all to the official launch of the Chukwudi Dimpa Foundation Tech 230 program in conjunction with the Tech Up Port Harcourt. This foundation is the crystallization of the laudable and far-reaching philanthropic strides of our dear founder, Engineer Dr. Chukwudi Dimba. Is an household name in Port Harcourt, if I'm not mistaken. Engineer Dimba's credentials as a philanthropist need no introduction, with particular focus on youth and women empowerment. And that's really our core value. In a quest to formalize these numerous programs and to provide a structure that will not only outlive him, but also help galvanize the necessary support from well-meaning individuals and corporate organizations, this foundation was set up to eradicate poverty and suppress crime through the promotion of educational, both formal and vocational, and SME empowerment. I want to say this to our youth, like I was talking to the MC. I'm also considered a youth, right? I'm just 50 and above, 50 plus. I'm not up to 51, but I'm above 50. What normally happens in our system is, especially for the politicians, we have our young ones being used during elections. Arms are given to them instead of giving them education. And then when the elections are done, these young lads are just dumped on the side to fend for themselves. And at the end of the day, you and I, the common citizens, are at their mercy. Because those rich ones, the politicians, have people who are already guiding them, running around with their convoys. We don't have that. So these boys not having access to them return back to, the society, and then the rest is history. In line with these objectives, we shall kick off the Tech 230 program on the 18th of May, 2024. This project is aimed at empowering 230 youths drawn from the nooks and crannies of Rivers State with in-demand technological skills, which has the capacity of completely turning around their lives. And like I said earlier, it's not just going to be for only Rivers indigenes. As long as you reside in Rivers State and you're interested in this program, please avail yourself the opportunity to hit the ground running. It is our firm belief that if we each give back our widow's mite to our society, we will be playing our part in creating a safe, secure, and prosperous environment for our generations yet unborn. May I, on behalf of the founder, the co-founder, trustees, and management of the foundation, express our gratitude for your support and encouragement so far. Together, we believe we will make a difference in our state and our nation. Officially today, after this whole event, I'll be announcing to us that the portal for registration will open at exactly 5 p.m. Nobody's clapping. The portal will be live at exactly 5 p.m. And there's going to be a lot of traffic on that portal. So please, I indulge everyone in this room to make the best of the opportunity to get yourself enrolled into this program. 230 persons, all expense paid out by the foundation. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for your audience, and thank you for also availing the coordinators of this program. Hello. Thank you for availing yourself to the coordinators of this program to be present today, to be part of what is happening here. Don't look at your time that you spent here today to be a waste. I'm very sure that everybody here has something to have learned from everybody who has spoken from this pulpit or from this stage. I'm not a tech person, but I'm a scientist. But I think I have learned a lot from everything that has been said here, especially what this, my big guy here just said last from the Chico Soft, right? Right. I think I also want to earn every day. So it's not just about my foundation coming here to give out, and I've also found another platform where someone wants to also reach out to me to be able to earn. And that way, if I'm able to earn, I will also be able to train more persons as regards this program. I want to wish everyone here a very big success for whatever your endeavor or what you have set out your mind to do or whatever your goals are. Please, there is always time and room for people to learn. Don't think you're too old to learn. Learning is a process. It's not a journey. It's something that happens on a daily basis. I have a son who is 12 years and is so much in love in web design. He's already coding. He's gone for coding classes and he's done stuff that I am even amazed at 12 you're doing this. And he's told me when he's back from school, he's going to go into web design. And I'm really seriously encouraging him. And I want to encourage everyone here to take an opportunity that you get here today to better your life. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. Once again, put your hands together for the representative and, of course, the president of Choko the Dimpa Foundation. You're not clapping now. So if you're here and you do not have a tech skill, this should be an opportunity that has been directed to you, all right? You can say God sent, all right? Let me hear somebody say God sent. God sent. God has sent Chukwu the Dimpa because of you. And until you learn a skill, a tech skill, what will happen? Until you learn a tech skill, what will happen? Put your hands together for yourselves. All right, so we'll be having a panel session. We'll be having a panel session almost immediately. And of course, we'll be having an open mic segment. But just before all of those things will happen, all of those sessions will happen, ladies and gentlemen, join me to bring up on stage Mr. Ndume Green, the CEO, Capital TV. He'll be speaking to us and collaborating with the media to grow the tech ecosystem in Port Harcourt. Put your hands together for Mr. Ndume Green. There you are, sir.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Ndume Green. I'm the founder, CEO of Capital TV. I'm an investigative journalist. Used to be an investigative journalist. I'm back to Nigeria now to pursue media entrepreneurship. Well, first I'd like to thank Mr. Ezekiel, who has found this program. Important to put it up together. I met Ezekiel over a year ago, and he's been of tremendous influence to me as a person. He's become a friend. I've pulled him into a couple of things, and when he told me about this, I said, man, I will be here. Thank you for finding time to gather here to listen this evening. Well, I've been given what seems quite much like a simple topic, but a little bit difficult. Collaborating with the media to grow the tech ecosystem in Port Harcourt. 3 key words that it's going to be used by me to speak to you in the next 15 minutes. Media, Port Harcourt, tech ecosystem. Well, I'd like you to know that the media, according to Malcolm X, is one of the most powerful tools in the world. In fact, Malcolm said the media was so powerful, it can turn an innocent man into a guilty man, and a guilty man into an innocent man. And that is what? Power. Media, money, and fame. These are the things that control what? The world. But unfortunately, in Africa, it took us in fact, we've still not realized how powerful the media is. The underdevelopment of Africa, I don't know how many of you read history. You've read How Europe Underdeveloped Africa by Walter Rodney, was tactically arranged through the media. First, there was a man that wrote a book called The Heart of Darkness. How many of you have read The Heart of Darkness? I'm trying to get his name. But The Heart of Darkness and other novels like Daniel Defoe, Robinson Crusoe, were carefully arranged European texts to describe Africa as a beast nation that should be conquered by the whites. But the same history also tells us that Africa is the beginning of development, that places like Egypt had been into technology far before cities in Europe and, of course, the America saw it. But what happened? We never came to understand the defeatist mentality that came with media sensitization by the West. And so what they did, these people are in a place that needs to be conquered. They need to be liberated. And so for us to liberate it, we need to call them a people that are dangerous to the world. So Africa was once called a plague that should be removed from the surface of the earth. These things were done through books. Of course, there were no radio, no internet, no television. But in 1885, something happened that destroyed Africa up till now. The Berlin Conference happened. In the Berlin Conference, the Europeans gathered and decided, I've traveled quite a lot within Africa. Do you know that Nigeria is surrounded by French countries? Now, you're traveling from the Lagos to, Côte d'Ivoire axis of the ECOWAS corridor. You see Nigeria, you see Togo, and you see Benin. Benin and what? Togo. Then Ghana, an English-speaking country, is separated by two countries. Now, Ghana, an English country, surrounded again by what? French countries. Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso. And then on the Atlantic coast, you have Guinea and the rest. So we were kept in a situation where we could not communicate to each other. Frenchman was made to understand that he is what? French. The Englishman was made to understand that he was English. So up till now, the media is still being used to control the world. But Africa has not found it necessary enough to invest in the media. But it's taking people like us who have, of course, had stints in the international media to say, look, this thing has to change. Over the years, it was government that used to own media organizations because we are learning from the BBC, isn't it? So everything was like that. But of course, you come back again and understand that even the BBC itself, as independent as they want to claim, is unfortunately a biased institution. For example, the BBC would never talk about what is happening in the royal family. It took Harry to publish a book to know that himself and his brother were throwing a punch in the palace. And the British society, in their colonial mentality, felt betrayed that Harry should not have washed the dirty linen of the British royal family in the public domain. And what they did is to try to cancel Harry and ostracize him from the British society. It's happening. BBC is not talking. CNN, well, independent. They feel they are the hallmark of media independence in the world. But if you are in this world, you know what happened during the election of Donald Trump. The entire 4 years of the Trump presidency, everything black that Trump did was turned to what? White. Tell me that they are objective. No. A war is going on now in Gaza. Find that Israel was on their own. And these guys sat somewhere to send a bomb. And the war has what? Engulfed the whole place. Al Jazeera has never spoken about the intentions of these terrorist organizations or condemned them. But we are bombarded by regular bulletins of how Gaza has been bombed out of place. So these guys enter Africa with the media, holding one key thing in their hand, religion. First, our traditional religions were termed demonic. I'm a Christian. And then you come to understand, even if Christianity had been in Africa long before it was in Europe, if you read the book of Acts of the Apostles, you see a conversation between the Ethiopian eunuch and Philip, right? And there's a reference to coming from where? A pilgrimage. The Ethiopian eunuch was a servant under Queen Candace. Queen Candace was at one point the global leader of the world. History has never talked about it. The internet, it took a lot of efforts by media researchers to understand the wealth and the power of Mansa Musa. You know about Mansa Musa, right? Once described to be the wealthiest man in the world. The media does not want to celebrate it. But the media tells you that Christopher Columbus founded where? America. And so Ndume Green, well, I traveled to somewhere in St. Louis and I see a small river, can I also say I founded the small river? Who did they say founded River Benue and River Niger? Who? Mongo what? A river that our grandfathers were swimming before the white man came was discovered by the white man. So the media over the years, we need to, I'm just putting all these histories behind it to understand how powerful and the influence of media over the years. Let's bring it down locally. I come from Ogoni Pure Pure. And as kids growing up in school, there were lots of stereotypes against Ogoni people. If I used to, there's one song, this one, this and does that every Sunday, Ogoni, they sell tombo. No, these were stereotypes. Then one man saw all these things and felt, well, good. But those stereotypes were actually calculated. History tells us that, we share a coast with the Opopo and the Boni people. The Opopo and the Boni people were actually hotspots of transatlantic slave trade. You know that, right? And so the Ogoni people never participated in slave trade. In fact, up until recently, there were still communities in Ogoni where people took blood covenants not to sell their brothers to the white people. And it was still active. So there was an agenda to describe the Ogonis as cannibals, people who eat human beings. And it remained like that over the years until Ken Saro-Wiwa stepped up the scene. Say, fine, if we are cannibals and we are this, don't come and take our oil. Okay, you've taken this oil for 30 years. It amounts to $30 billion US dollars as at 1990. Shell, pay for it. So what happens? The Ogoni people mobilized and stopped Shell in 1993 from drilling oil in that place up to now. But the story changed from Ken Saro-Wiwa because on the 10th of November 1995, Ken was killed alongside 8 other members of the Ogoni tribe, and Nigeria was suspended from the Commonwealth. One man from a tribe of less than 500,000 people had stopped Nigeria from attending meetings in the Commonwealth. So the narrative began to change. And the Ogoni people were told that it was important for them to enter a phase of self-rediscovery. And so we began to know that it was not Ogoni Pure Pure, but it was Ogoni Pure and what? Pure. Locally, this is local media. No internet, no radio, no television, but propaganda working. So now let's go back to Port Harcourt. Because I've talked about the media and how powerful it is. How important it is that we realize that this media that appears that some of us are not paying attention to is very critical. You know that Google and Facebook, for example, even YouTube, that happen to be among the wealthiest companies in the world are media companies. You know that they don't produce a single content. Are you aware? They make their money from your content. And in places like Nigeria, the content that we even make for Facebook does not amount to nothing, apart from helping us create visibility. Because Facebook is not paying us. They are even trying to enter the conversation stage of monetizing our what? Facebook accounts. So you ask yourself, why is it taking Facebook so long to monetize their platform in Nigeria? Well, that's a question to answer for another day. But I need to understand that behind the scene of every economic story and every tech story, there is a political face that we must dig deep to understand. So Port Harcourt, a city that was set up temporarily as a coal city, still within the colonial line, to move coal from Port Harcourt to Enugu by Harcourt. Well, I wouldn't want to talk about the story of Harcourt because it was a horrible beast. Now, it was a temporary city, no plan for this city. And of course, every city set up by Europeans that eventually evolved, Lagos, Johannesburg, Harare, Accra, and the rest were all temporary what? Cities. Because the Europeans came and destroyed our system of development. So if you read Walter Rodney, you see how developed the ancient Benin Kingdom was. You see how developed the ancient, Songhai Empire was. And of course, not the physical Ghana, but there was a Ghana Empire. Ghana was Gold Coast. And when Kwame Nkrumah became president, he felt Gold Coast was a colonial what? Name. And he changed the name from Gold Coast to what? Ghana, which was an empire that had existed alongside the Malian, the Songhai Empire, and the rest of them. These empires were powerful. History tells us that at different times, places within Africa were the epicenter of global economics and power and politics. People like Alexander the Great. So why, even in our books in the history, how many of you are reading history in school today? Is there a history in our school? So how can we even evolve? Now that is the basis of, I'm going back to tech now. Because technology comes to solve problems, isn't it? It provides solutions. But in our school, we are not learning history. So how do you understand how to provide solutions to Africa's problems if you do not understand its history? If you do not understand its dynamics, of its anatomy, its physiology, how do you invent medical initiatives or medical solutions to Africa's problems? Have you asked yourself why the black skin, for example, reacts to certain medications differently from the white? But the invention and the evolution of medicine itself is controlled by the whites. So there are still a lot of challenges and problems. Okay, you look at our environmental problems. It took the United Nations to come up in 2011 to come up with a UNEP report that discovered that people in Ogoni and other parts of the Niger Delta has been drinking benzene, a carcinogenic substance, and sometimes water consumption below, WHO standards in different communities in the Niger Delta. These things are issues of environment. They are issues of science. They are issues of tech. They are issues that our tech guys need to sit down to understand the dynamics of our history to provide solutions. But we are not being given access to that history. And it is deliberate. And we need to rise up. So we need to tell our story. So for us in Capital TV, of course, we launched a film arm this year. And we've just got funding for 2 stories for Netflix. One about the Niger Delta environment. A much more detailed story. And of course, a new one that is just being scripted now. Because we believe that we want to pull out, dissect these historical dynamics and put it up so that people like you can find ways to provide solutions to our what? Problems through history. And that helps our city, Port Harcourt. Oh, Port Harcourt. A story where artists in Port Harcourt, people like Rex Lawson, had conquered the Nigerian musical space. Or Danny Wilson. Great guys. So what happened to them? Why did it take Timaya to move to Lagos to balance? What is happening to Duncan Knighty? Why did it take Burna Boy to move to Lagos to win a Grammy? What's happening in Lagos? Come on. Is anything happening in Lagos? How many hair they get? How many hands? Port Harcourt people, let's rise up. Let's team up from platforms like this to inspire ourselves. Become innovative. Create innovations that can transform the society we are in. And again, I need us to understand that social media has become a leveler on media platforms. We can, even if the media companies in the world continue to control the narrative, CNN and the rest, but you have Facebook, don't you? You have Twitter, you have Thread. Unfortunately, all of them are platforms that are owned by the what? West. But of course, it's a leveler. So what are you doing with your idea? How are you creating visibility? Who knows what you are doing? The idea you have, you put it in your pocket. It's like this morning, the keyboardist that comes to train my kids on musicals. So I was giving him a lift. And we're having a conversation. And I say, Aka, you're so fantastic with your talent. I like what you do. So how are you surviving? I just felt like asking. He says, I know now. I just believe that God has given me these talents. And I should just be playing. When someone has gotten himself into a realm of comfort that his ignorance has become so authoritative, you allow the person rant. The guy was ranting. I play, I this. And believe you me, he's one of, I've not seen any guy handle a guitar like that in my life. I'm just being honest. And he's living in the church. He told me how challenging it is for him to get him. In fact, boss, the most painful aspect of it is that I'm living in the church and I want to live there, even if it's self-contained. And I said, Paul, you never told me all this. If not, that we had this frank conversation today. So this guy's talent is wasting. So I said, so when you go to programs, how do you... He said, they just, anything and give me now, I take. I said, so how old are you? He said, he's 35. How many minutes do I have? Okay, I'm done. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I think we'll have this conversation another day because thank you very much. I like to keep to my time. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Ndume Green. I think you can do better than that. Woo! All right. So very quickly, we're going to be having about 2 brands come out here to talk to us about their brands. Of course, they are partner brands, hence they need to let us know what services they've got for you and for me and for us, all right? But just before that happens, I want you to know that there's enough to eat and drink. Enough to eat and drink and be merry. Of course, we are what? This is what? Easter now. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. So there's enough for you to eat and drink. And again, after the game, after the brands come out here to talk to us, we're going to be having a dance competition. Somebody's going home with 5,000 naira now. All right? Somebody's going home with 5,000 naira on the spot. I'm not kidding you. Of course, you know I have some monies here with me. True or yes? Please come and take. Come and take. Hello? Come and take this. One, just one. One. It's a bit dance. You won't come. In the think whether you come or not. All right? So 5,000 naira for the best dancer. So just prepare yourself. Once I call 3 persons, make sure you're as fast as possible for you to get here before the other person. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have the Globacom? Put your hands together for the representative of Glow. All right? Let's get to hear what they've got for us. Maybe they want to give you data, who knows? Maybe they want to say, 5 gig at the spot, who knows? They want to say, 5,000 naira airtime top-up right now and now, who knows? He's smiling and coming, and I know very well that he's definitely going to key into one of the things I've just said. If you're excited to have the representative of the Globacom right here, put your hands together for them.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. Tech to innovate, build to sustain. I must say that I'm more than impressed at what I'm seeing here. What I'm seeing here is the future of Nigeria, the future of West Africa, and the future of Africa. I've carefully listened to the panelists and every other person that had come on stage. And I have hope now that indeed we can take control of this space, this continent called Africa. And Globacom, the national carrier, the second national carrier, indigenous brand, your brand, our brand, is behind you and is ready to support you. Coincidentally, a lot of the things you do here, artificial intelligence, machine learning, a lot of the technologies we shone out, they need data. And I know that all of you will attest to the fact that when it comes to data support, we've got your back. And we are ready to keep supporting you. Therefore, to key into that stuff you said.
Listen. Quiet everywhere.
That stuff you said.
Interesting.
Just one prize for one person. One person will go home with 5,000 naira worth of data. The other person will go home with 3,000 naira worth of data.
Interesting.
And the third person that will be 8,000, right?
Yes.
Then the third person will go home with 2,000 naira worth of data. And that is on one condition. You decide. But you must be a Glow subscriber. God bless you.
Normally. Let's put your hands together for Mr. Ola. The thing is, I just say certain things and they just come to pass, do you understand? So celebrate grace. Celebrate grace. 10,000 naira gone, all right? 10,000 naira already down, all right? So who wants to win 5,000 naira worth of data here? You're a Glow subscriber, right? If you're not a Glow subscriber, go subscribe. I don't know how I want to subscribe, but just go subscribe. Already, please do that now. All right, 2,000 naira worth of data. You want to get that? 3,000 naira worth. Only 2,000. I call 5,000. No, raise your hand. Now 2,000, you like pass. All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Ola, representative of the Globacom. Okay, so the organizers are going to tell us how we're going to redeem those prizes. Is that okay? All right, can we have the representative of Pixel Space? Pixel Space, let's have the representatives of Pixel Space here. Put your hands together for the young man, techie, doing so well in the digital space. I'm seeing, I think it's about development, web development, app development, and all of that. But you're going to hear firsthand from this young man. Come on. What are you not saying? My goodness. Money is talking. Tech is money, true or yes? Tech is money, true or yes? See now, look now, up, down, yeah? And okay, look at what I was talking about. All right, thank you so much.
All right, good everybody. Okay, I'm Robinson Ono. I'm a 100-level student of University of Port Harcourt Computer Science. And I'm the CEO and co-founder of Pixel Space. I'm with my team at the back. And thank you. And Pixel Space is a free web hosting platform that's based upon multiple servers to give you a hosting experience like you have the GitHub pages and the rest of them. Now, one thing about being a developer is that when you start up, you've built a small site. You just want to show it off to your friends, but you don't have the money to go and pay for hosting. That's where we come in play. We come with we have what we call code space share, where you give a link, you link up another developer to be able to have only read access to your code, start modifying anything. We have backup feature. We have code generator, many other AI features. Yeah, so basically Pixel Space, it's a web development, web hosting platform for every developer. You have a product you want to launch, but you don't want to pay for hosting. That's where we come in play. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
Please put your hands together for this young innovator, techie, Robinson. All right. Thank you so very much. So you want to find out more about Pixel Space, feel very free to go behind. Their booth is right behind us, and find out everything and anything you would like to find out from them and about them. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to have also right here to talk to us about the brand, what services they've got for you, they've got for me, they've got for us. Do we have Stotera here? Stotera representative? Stotera, do we have you here, please? Put your hands together for the representative of Stotera. Representative of Stotera, are you here? Put your hands together for them. This time is a ladies thing. All right? Put your hands together for them now. Wow, ladies can tech. Where is Queen? Content Queen, where are you? Ladies can tech. We are seeing it. Stotera. Abi Stotera. Stotera. Pronounce it.
Stotera.
Pronounce it again.
Stotera.
Why the TH? Why is it Terra instead of The? Is it? So it's Thera. Stotera. Say it, everybody. Stotera. Bless, I got to pronounce and pass to now. You know understand?
Okay, no bad. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, my name is Hannah, and I'm a representative of Stotera. Before I start, okay, this is my colleague.
My name is Favor.
Okay, before I start, okay, let's imagine a bright student who has lots of ideas, lots of stories, experiences, and you want to share them, but you can't because you're a stutterer or, like say, you're a stammerer. So whenever you're in the class, you raise your hands up and say, maybe the teacher says, who knows what's this popular mathematical formula? And you know the answer to the question, but whenever you put up your hand to answer, you look at the faces of your colleagues or your classmates, and you're already seeing this impatience. Like, some of them are already completing these sentences for you inside of their mind. They might not say it, but it's not cocoyam, you want like this saying coco, something like that. Because the person is a stammerer or a stutterer. Stammering or stuttering does not just have to do with this speech impediment. It goes beyond that. It has emotional setbacks. Sometimes it causes lack of self-esteem, like, you know you can do this. You have a job interview, you know you can say it, you can introduce yourself properly, but there's this gap between your skill and your ability to communicate. So this is where we come in to bridge this gap, to help you, to create a community where there's a voice for you, to help you manage this condition. Sorry for saying condition, but to help you manage it, to give you guidelines and aids and programs to help you with this. What are we all about? This is an NGO. Sorry, next slide. Sorry. Okay, what's the vision of Stotera? As you can see, it's the vision. I've already mentioned it, where we are creating a world where individuals who stutter or stammer feel empowered to embrace their unique voices and communicate confidently. Sorry, next slide. Okay, I'm working time. What are the goals of... Okay, sorry, I'll let my colleague explain the goals of this organization.
Okay, our goals here are to raise awareness about those who stutter and the impact it has on people's lives. We also help to diminish stigma associated with stuttering and also change the perception of people about those who stutter. We help to create a more inclusive society that don't ridicule people because of their condition, about their challenges. We provide support and resources for individuals who stutter through speech therapy and community programs, which aims to manage stuttering. Also, we help individuals who stutter to achieve their goals and aspirations, either personal or professional goals.
Thank you very much. So how do you know that this program is for you? To know that this program is for you, if you stammer rather, or you stutter, and also if you have stress stutter-induced anxiety. You find yourself avoiding the public or avoiding public places where you have to talk, because you know that whenever you open your mouth, there's this, your word keeps stumbling and you don't just know what to say. So then this program is for you. Sorry, next slide. And then, how do you join us? You can scan the code on the screen, or you visit www.totera.org to join us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so very much, representatives of Statera. You can drop my mic. Thank you. Put your hands together for the representatives of Statera. All right, so how many of you have registered for South Media Week? How many of you have registered for South Media Week? If you've not registered, please visit www.south, that is ssmw.ng, www.ssmw.ng, that is southmediaweek.ng. All right, visit that site now and register. Registration is free now, but in few days, in few weeks' time, you're going to pay for it. All right, it's a 2-day event, and if you can register now, the 2 days free for you. But if you wait till maybe 5 days' time or 3 days' time, when the tickets will now start selling, then I bet you're going to pay not less than 5,000 naira to attend the event for 2 days. So for being here at this event today, I encourage you to register. How many of you want to register? Please register already. The flyers must have gone round. If you've not seen the flyer, you should see it. If you've not seen it, and even if you don't see it, I'm telling you now, visit www.ssmw.ng to register for the starts of South Media Week 5.0. And it is happening on the 26th of next month, 26th and 27th of next month. That is April 2024. The venue is Delight Zone behind Next Time Abacha Road, GRA, Port Harcourt. Again, the venue is Delight Zone behind Next Time Abacha Road, GRA, Port Harcourt, 26th, 27th of April. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited? Are you excited to be at this event? Are you ready to win some monies? Are you ready to go with some knowledge, insights that you may not have been privy to? So after our game, where you go home with, you leave here with a 5,000 naira cash prize, after the dance competition or game, so to say, we'll be having our panel session. That panel session will be having a number of brands and I think we'll be having a number of persons here that will tell you different things that they have been doing, that they'll continue to do to, help themselves, help their businesses grow, and of course, their tech journey and how you could actually probably venture into tech. For those of you that are not techies just yet, do we have people that are not techies just yet but want to go into tech? You want to go into tech? You want to learn how to start or where to even start from? Because if I ask you now, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do this. Oh, they say web development is what brings money, and then you want to go into it. Okay, they say is app development. It is it blockchain? That's where the money is, and you want to go into that. That's because you did not know where to start from. How to even start in the first place. But the panel session is going to avail you that opportunity. I want to be confirmed too that the game is ready. Sound, are you ready for us for that game? I want to be confirmed too that we are set. Are we set? Mind you, the open mic segment will be happening where you get to ask every and any question. Every question, any question. Soon enough, it's going to be happening. Remember, this event has been scheduled to end by 4 p.m. Despite the fact that we did not start on time, we are promising you that we'll keep to that time. Hello. So as soon as possible, this event will be coming to a close. So just take advantage of every session. every bit. Do not miss any session. Do not feel like, oh, this session is not important to me. Of course, it is important to you. Just to ease off the tension before we go into the panel session, let's do some games. Do we have the 3 persons here? Dancers, can we have them up here already? 3 persons. You want to win? Mr. Tammy Halliday, you want to dance? See the convener of South Media Week. He wants to come and dance for us. We will disgrace you here, eh? Which dance? Where's have you dance? Hey, are we good? All right, so the 3 people, let's go. 3, 1, 2. All ladies coming out. No guy. No guy. Before I used to say ladies, ladies. Now ladies don't come and pass the. Whoa. Wow. Everybody say wow. Interesting. Are we ready for this? So this is it. Hold on, sound. Hold on, sound. Hold on, DJ. This is how it's going to go. You are going to be the judges. Is that taken? You will judge. I do not have the powers to judge. But of course, you know I'm in charge. So if you judge wrongly, I could counter it. Is that taken? So be fair enough, all right? Practice fairness here, because anything we are doing here, no hanky-panky, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, they are going to introduce themselves to us. Hi, your name, please.
Peace. My name is Peace.
Peace, you don't win before. You don't win something before. Now I can come out again. Should we allow peace? Yes or no? Allow peace? Yes. Don't allow peace? Nay. The eyes have it. Thank you, peace. You stay. Wait, but if you don't win this 5,000 naira, eh? All right, you go winner. Your name?
Awaji Ogak.
What's the name?
Awaji Ogak.
Awaji Ogak. Okay. Your name?
Favor Ajuzi.
Name again?
Favor Ajuzi.
Favor Ajuzin.
Ajuzi.
Favor Ajuzi. Ogak Awaji.
Awaji Ogak Lawrence.
Awaji Ogak Kires. Okay. Okay. Awaji Ogak Lawrence. Interesting. And of course, Peace Kingdom. Our regular. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what this sound is called. Is it Oja piano or... Pardon? Oja piano. So can you do Oja piano? DJ. Make I come out. Wow. Hey, wait. Now I am with that. Hey. DJ, don't do. Hold on. DJ, hold on. DJ, hold on. Wait. Listen up. What were you doing?
My thing.
You were doing your thing. Did we ask you to come and do your thing here? Wait. We call you to come do your thing here. Be con dance.
My piano. I'm a piano.
Oh, girl. Okay, let's go. What were you doing?
I was doing my dance. I was doing the actual dance.
She said she was actually doing the actual dance. For real. How far? Come now, why they go? Wait, how far?
Fine.
So, Wait. Okay, so we're going to drop somebody. Don't you think we should even drop 2 already? Okay, so we do this. When in or out? Are you for real? In or out? In or out? Wow. It's as if she knew she was going out. Okay. How much is the price again? 5,000 naira. No be go come on. We know they for Cherry Cambia, you understand? Now right here and now. Let's go. DJ, they say may bring another song. Another song. DJ, give us another song. DJ, they say another song. No be this one again. It sure says and change the song, she goes sabi am again. She says she be dey do the actual dance. So if they can't change her, how you go do? You go do the. She say might try her. Hey, DJ Oda. Wait, Akara boy, if I say what? See Akara boy, walk over here too. You know Akara boy na good dancer. The way they make moves here, for them. How far now? What were you doing? Let me hear again. Listen up, everybody, listen up. Listen up, what were you doing?
It's the spirit leading.
Okay. Awaji, what were you doing?
Freestyle and the actual dance too.
Freestyle and actual dance. So, is it going to be difficult for us to get the winner here? So, is it very easy? Let's go! In or out? Wait, who? In or out? In or out? Away. In or out? Yeah. Listen up. Those for Awaji, say I. Those for peace, say I. Hey. Oh, Allah. Wait. Muna, don't put me for trouble here. I know there for that one, no show. No draw. You say na draw. Somebody don't they call draw already. Okay. In or out? Listen up. Some of now. And I just based on one more chance. Let's go, DJ. Give us your best. Go back to the first song. Another song. Okay, another one, DJ. Another. Another one altogether. Let's go.
Show me a jiggle, let me see. Let me see. And let me see the woman that is with. Put a couple $1,000 on your wrist.
Come back, oh. Peace. No, come back, stage. Peace. It all goes. Peace. Don't use the stage.
Do it for the right baby. Make a buy you. Machine guns, 16 rounds.
Peace. Come back, stage. Now here they will judge you from. Hey. Ah.